talking about trauma and healing, how does unresolved trauma from abuse or addiction actually affect a woman's ability to heal and grow?
Unresolved trauma, yeah, so like I said, the critical step that I work on with clients and that I've actually experienced myself is the inner child healing. I think the next core step that I like to work on with women is your core programming. And if sometimes people are saying, well, what is that? So your core programming is really understanding how we operate and how we live. Like, what is our reality, right? It's questioning why you do what you do. And and obviously that's a very simple question, but it's not, because a lot of us are programmed to run a certain way. It's our subconscious telling us, well, this is how it's always been. This is Angie, how you feel safe. So you're going to keep repeating these patterns. So it's understanding your triggers, your automatic processes, your behaviors, and then breaking them down and rewiring them. And when you start doing that, you will start making positive and healthy decisions with intention versus your subconscious is constantly running almost like a loop, like a movie replaying over and over. So that's again another part of the work that I do with women is figuring out your core programming. For me, my core programming told me that marriage is forever. And if you leave the marriage or if the marriage ends, you're considered a failure. So I was like in an it was like an automatic process for me to think, well, you know what? I'd rather stay in this unhealthy marriage than be considered a failure to my community, to my family, to like our society. So that was what kind of kept me in there. But obviously there was a point in my life where then I was like enough is enough. And that's where my intentional programming kicked in. And I said, you know what? I have the freedom and I have the choice to leave this and recreate my life. So in terms of like trauma, we're so used to doing things a certain way and we normalize what is healthy, what's not healthy. Like for a while for me, like I normalized, the screaming, the swearing, the fighting, the breaking things, throwing things, slamming doors. It was all very normal. And then when I left that marriage or that environment, it took a long time for me to calm down. Like it took a long time to even sleep, consistently for like a few hours because I was so used to my mind going thinking that something bad's going to happen. There was always a fear. So I think that's something really important for women to understand is like if you're in a traumatic situation for so many years, it will take time to kind of wind down, but you can do it. Like, with the right supports, with the right self-care, with the right coping mechanisms, and the right positive people in your life.